You wake up, go about your morning routine, and everything seems normal. But then you stop for a second. Something feels a bit off. No sniffles, no headaches, no sudden urge to clear your throat. It's like the usual discomforts of life just vanished. You think maybe it's just a weird coincidence, but as the hours go by, you start to realize it's not. What's the catch? Simple. Bacteria are gone. Completely disappeared. The ones in your stomach that help you digest food, the ones that keep your immune system running smoothly, the tiny creatures you didn't even know were working overtime inside you. They're just gone. No one's sneezing, no one's coughing, and most importantly, no one's getting sick. Sounds great, right? But wait, what happens when those tiny helpers that keep everything running smoothly just vanish? The answer may surprise you, but here's the twist. Without bacteria, nothing works the way it should. Your stomach is probably freaking out, your immune system's on strike, and the planet itself might just start falling apart. So let's break it down and see how life and death would unfold without bacteria. The first few hours, a weird sense of calm. For a few hours, it might seem like the perfect day. You don't feel sick and no one around you is sneezing. Everyone's walking around thinking, hey, maybe this is how it's supposed to be. But before long, reality hits. Without bacteria to help with digestion, you'll realize that your lunch from earlier might still be stuck in your stomach forever. And your immune system, it's pretty much turned off. Your gut is going haywire. You may feel bloated, uncomfortable, or just plain weird. All those happy bacteria in your gut that help digest that massive burrito gone. You may start feeling sluggish or even constipated. Yeah, good luck with that. No digestion, no nutrition. Without those tiny microbes breaking down your food, you're going to start losing energy fast. You thought you could survive on pizza forever? Nah. Without digestive bacteria, that slice might just sit there in your stomach forever. Sounds fun, right? Bacteria might seem like the enemy when it comes to illness, but they actually play a critical role in protecting you from diseases. Your immune system relies on them to stay sharp. So, without them, you're defenseless. The bacteria that usually fight off harmful pathogens are gone. What happens when a cold virus tries to attack? Your body won't be able to fight it off. You'll probably start getting sick more often because your immune system is weakened without your microbial bodyguards. Bacteria do the dirty work. Without bacteria, harmful pathogens can just move in and start causing chaos. So, your body will be like an open highway for diseases. Great, right? What happens to Earth's ecosystem? But it's not just you who's in trouble. The world outside is about to become a living nightmare. Bacteria play a huge role in keeping Earth's ecosystems healthy. Without them, soil becomes useless. Bacteria help break down organic matter, like dead plants and animals, and turn them into nutrients for new plants. Without bacteria, your favorite vegan burger might not even grow. And without plants, animals would starve. Water bodies go toxic. Lakes, rivers, and oceans are home to millions of bacteria that help break down waste. Without them, the water would become a cesspool of toxins, making it impossible to drink. So, say goodbye to your beach vacations too. Okay, let's get real. Without bacteria, the food supply we all depend on would collapse. Farmers rely on bacteria to help plants grow by providing them with essential nutrients. With no bacteria, crops fail. You can forget about your fresh, delicious avocado toast. Crops like wheat, rice, and corn would wither and die. Not to mention, livestock will also be in trouble. No bacteria means no digestion, so cows, chickens, and pigs won't be able to process food. And meat production would grind to a halt. Without bacteria, food chains will collapse. We'll face severe famine because we rely on bacteria to keep things moving. Sure, you might be able to live on canned beans for a while, but that's no way to live. As if the lack of food and sickness weren't enough, the loss of bacteria would completely unravel the planet. If bacteria disappeared, Earth's natural cycles would go haywire. The nitrogen cycle breaks down. Plants need nitrogen to grow, and bacteria are the ones that convert nitrogen from the air into a form plants can use. Without bacteria, you'll soon find bare fields and a world devoid of crops. The oceans dry up. With no bacteria in the oceans, life as we know it will start to disappear. Microbial life forms that make up the basis of the ocean food chain will vanish, and so will the fish that rely on them. Could humanity survive without bacteria? It's safe to say we would struggle to survive without bacteria. Our bodies, the world's ecosystems, and our food sources all depend on them. But here's the kicker. What if this actually happens one day? Bacteria disappearing isn't something we can just turn off. It's a real threat that affects every living thing. If they vanish, life on Earth would face an existential crisis. So the question is, could we adapt, or would we go extinct? Losing bacteria might sound like a small change, but its effects would be catastrophic. From immune system breakdowns to a collapse of agriculture, and even environmental chaos, life as we know it would cease to exist. The disappearance of bacteria would trigger a domino effect, disrupting everything on Earth. Comment below, what do you think would happen if we lost bacteria? Would humanity survive or face total collapse? Like if you think bacteria are secretly the unsung heroes of our world? Subscribe for more wild what-if scenarios. Got an idea? Drop a comment. We'll reply to all and pick the best one to turn into our next video.